starting.
Is it recording?
Let's turn red.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Next Possession podcast with your boy Jake and Jake's boy Sean. What's up, Sean?
What's up, everyone?
We're filming this right before the game 2 of like the Lakers Rockets game, just so you guys have a reference of when we're.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do at the game? I'm gonna wear my meta glasses.
You should, yeah. We're going to the game tonight, by the way. Kind of had to. Too big of a game not to go to, especially with, like I said, Lakers capturing game 1, like I predicted.
Yeah.
Unlike Sean predicted.
You've been pretty on point with your first round predictions.
My first round predictions have been pretty good so far, but obviously besides the fucking. You want to talk about Pistons Magic real quick? Because I think that's the biggest surprise of the game 1s so far. Where
I'm not worried if I'm the Pistons. I mean, at least a little bit, yeah. But
just like, okay, just got to lock in for game 2.
Like for the team, yeah. But if I was a Pistons fan,
I'm not still confident I'm going to win the series.
Yes,
for sure.
Because they were just the Magic were playing better than expected, and the Pistons were playing worse than expected. So it's if they should still be like a 10-point favorite if they both play an average level of basketball.
Yeah. It's just, but like I said, the lack of shooting was a big factor for the Detroit Pistons this year. Like I said, they got worse with their shooting from last year.
The white shooters.
The white versus for the black shooters. I'll specify on that. Obviously, the white stereotype of people being shooters. That's why it was funny. But
Karis LeVert only played 4 minutes.
Karis LeVert did not lose them that game. They lost themselves.
It can be as well.
You know who lost them that game? Really, is Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren is going to be an All-NBA selection this year, and he got outperformed by Wendell Carter. If you just saw that game, you would think Wendell Carter is going to be the one who's going to be an All-NBA team. But I guess if you're currently dating Angel Reese, it's better than having dated her in the past, clearly. Because
Jalen Duren dated him?
Jalen Duren dated
her?
Angel Reese, yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like last year or something like that.
What?
You didn't know this?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why there's beef. Not really beef, but that's like the fan-made beef between them.
Oh. What? I didn't know when that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, Jalen Duren or the Angel Reese connection right there, and then Wendell Carter got the better of him the other day.
I just think the Magic had a pretty good game plan.
They did.
I don't know if it's enough to not get Mosley fired, but
no, I think Mosley's getting fired regardless.
What if they win the first round?
That would be a big surprise.
Would Jamal Mosley still get fired?
That would be a conversation for
right?
sure. Then it would then.
So it's not regardless.
You're right. I was thinking regardless
of what.
If it goes to 7 even, but they'll still lose the series.
Yeah.
But if they lose the series, I should say when they lose the series, I think it's gonna.
Yeah, I don't see the Magic winning in Game 7.
No way.
It's the only thing is the Pistons people really worried about them during the regular season. Their ceiling is that their offense is kind of one-dimensional.
Seriously, they rely too much on I keep seeing Tobias Harris isolations, especially at end of shot clock. That's just not it.
They rely what I was gonna say is they rely too much on the 2-man game between Cade and Jalen Duren.
Yeah, and
the pick and roll and the short roll.
It was pretty much shut down.
Yeah.
Too.
It's kind of similar to the Nuggets in a way. That Jamal Murray and Jokic run their 2-man game is that the Timberwolves kind of shut that down yesterday, and that's what got them the win. Is that because the Nuggets would rely a lot on that, and then it's not that it's going to lead to these two players scoring off of the 2-man action, but it's that's what initiated their offense.
I mean, just Cade had a phenomenal game overall, but there's not much you can do when your second best player only scores 8 points. Yeah. And your other guy's he's the only offensive generator on the team, really. I mean, you got technically Dennis Jenkins, but he had played horrible.
No, Dennis Jenkins was terrible.
He was terrible. He was not a good factor in that game at all. And but if you're having to rely on that, it's a very exposable team. I said this, they're an exposable team. I really do think the Cavs, assuming the Pistons still win this series, I think the Cavs are going to take care of them pretty easily in the next round.
Yeah, I think, and Osar Thompson is like
And there's no offense with him, man.
It's like a Dyson Daniels kind of situation where
it's
just hard for you to play him. Like
there's no threat.
You need an energy guy, but he's just.
But they are that good on defense though. So I mean, there's that. It's just the Tobias Harris stuff, man. Dude, Jalen Duren was a minus 21 in the game. Like he was just letting Wendell Carter do whatever he wanted to him. It was just kind of sad to see.
Yeah.
I guess Kevin Huerter was a +7, and so is Isaiah Stewart was also a positive in the game, but they played almost 20 minutes. But they barely actually did anything.
The offense is just kind of dead.
But that was the whole concern going into the playoffs too. It's that's Detroit's whole concern.
Yeah, if you're gonna lose when Cade puts up 39,
this kind of stuff is when you need, like I said, Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder was the backup point guard last year, and if you had Dennis Schroeder right now, Dennis Schroeder's the stereotypical backup point guard you want. He can do a little bit of everything.
Maybe they should play Karis LeVert a little more.
I mean, yeah, if you're gonna lose without playing him, then just play him, see what happens. Another thing that I don't like when I see Ron Holland, when he gets the ball, he does not look to pass, especially when on a fast break or anything. He will not pass the ball.
Oh my God,
his head down and he's going to the basket. But the Magic know that, everyone knows that, and he just either he loses the ball or turns it over, or puts up a terrible shot. I just hated the game that I saw from everyone in this game except for Cade, obviously.
They're playing tomorrow, right? Not today. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be watching that game for sure.
Yeah. But on the Magic side, everyone played a pretty good game. You can't. Only thing was Jalen Suggs took way too many threes. Shot 10 threes.
But how many did he make?
3. Which is not terrible. But you don't want Jalen Suggs taking 10 threes if you're the Magic.
How many did Desmond Bane take?
Desmond Bane took 8 threes, but he went 1 for 8. Desmond Bane had a not great shooting game too.
Yeah. I remember the only one that he hit.
This was really
the only one that he hit was big.
Defensive side, yeah, he did. It was
the fourth quarter in the corner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then he took 2 more right after and missed both of them. But the Jalen Suggs set the tone on the defensive side. Wendell Carter helped and shut down Jalen Duren. But then Paulo and Franz both just took their turns going on their own runs of scoring runs. In the fourth, right when the Pistons brought it back within 1 or 2, I think Pistons might have taken the lead. Franz Wagner went on a 10-0 run by himself.
Yeah. I mean, it's so interesting because if you look at both teams' stats, if you look at the Magic, their starting lineup, the 5 people took 13 shots, 15 shots, 9 shots, 20 shots, and 16 shots. If you look at the Pistons, the starting lineup took 15 shots, 7 shots, 4 shots, 8 shots, and 27 shots. So it's if you just look at the starting lineup, even the bench, it's the Magic bench also scored more, but it's just that shows what happened in the game. Basically, it's Cade probably had the ball in his hand more than 50% of the time during Pistons offensive possessions, and it's
well, I mean, he needs to. He's the only one who can generate offense. The only one.
Yeah, I mean,
the only reason they snuck by without Cade in the regular season, still winning, is because Dennis Jenkins was playing good. He was playing as a great replacement, and Jalen Duren was able to get his without needing Cade.
What is the solution? I think maybe.
I think it honestly has to be first Jalen Duren has to not be bitched around by Wendell Carter again, and then it unfortunately it has to be Dennis Jenkins. He has to do something, and then Tobias Harris needs to be a little more efficient. But it's really Jalen Duren and Dennis Jenkins need to step the fuck up.
Do you think Isaiah Stewart got us play a lot better than he has? I think
he didn't even necessarily play bad either. He was a positive on the court overall. But he's got to be more aggressive. He does.
They need Isaiah Stewart to score.
Yes.
When he's on the court, and then because when he's on the court with Ron Holland.
Yeah, dude. Isaiah Stewart got bitched. There's 1-and-1. Then Paulo screamed in his face, and then Beef Stew was getting back in his face, and then Paulo didn't back down, and then Beef Stew did back down. It wasn't a great look, especially on the home court.
They just gotta move the ball a little bit on offense instead of Cade dribbling through a screen, and then if it doesn't work, he backs out and then dribbles through another screen.
Mm-hmm.
He just gotta swing it, and then use the cuts, use the off-ball screens, and use those kind of things instead of just like 3 people standing in the corner and then him and Jalen Duren trying to like doing 2 pick and rolls in a single possession. It's like, that happens at least a couple of times in the game. It's just like Jalen Duren rolls, doesn't work, he backs out, and Duren comes back out, sets another screen.
Just keep doing it. Like, we know what you're gonna do. Like, I don't know. And like I said, their shooting is just not there. Their shooting's not there anymore.
Yeah, and if K's defender backs off or goes under the screen, K can shoot over it, but that's not your desired offense. You don't want K to be shooting like
pull-up threes.
That's
not his game. No.
When the defender goes under the screen. So it's like he can make them, but you know, that's not the shot you want.
But, I mean, Kate's doing all he can. He scored 40. Like, you can't really ask much more of him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like that's not the offense that you want. So if you want to actually win the game or play like a 1 seed, you can't that can't be your entire offense because that looked like it was their entire offense.
Exactly. But yeah, I still expect Detroit to win the series. Obviously, I think that's a good punch in the mouth for them.
Not that obvious.
Okay, you're right. Not that obvious, but I still think they are going to take care. Like, you don't win. Like Kenny said, you don't win 60 games by accident.
Yes, you're still 60. I think that's a really good statement. Yeah. All right. I mean,
should take care.
Enough said. I mean, like game 2 is gonna tell us a lot.
A lot. They must win game for Detroit, 100%.
Oh, for sure. But like, I'm just saying the way if whether they win that game by 3 or they win that game by 25 is gonna
tell a lot. Yeah,
it's gonna say a lot about their offense, and whether it's like a 97 to 94 game or whether Detroit scores like 125. You know, it's like because I do see a world of both happening. So it's like,
yeah, we'll see. We just gotta see what happens. We gotta enjoy, the product getting put in front of us. So
Dennis Jenkins played like 20 minutes, 22 minutes,
22 minutes,
22 minutes, and he needs to do more if he's gonna play
way more.
If he's gonna play more than because I think he looked uncomfortable handling the ball at certain points in the game because of the pressure on defense, and then he was just giving the ball up way too early, and then the offense was just dead, and then like he would get the ball back with like 10 seconds to go. There's not enough time to run like an actual play for the second unit.
It's like I said, that's where you miss Dennis Schroeder, and Dennis Schroeder would have helped a lot in that game. But we can now segue into the team that does actually have Dennis Schroeder, the Cavs Raptors series. It's unfortunate that Manuel Quickley was out again for game 2 of this series. I hope he plays, because if he plays, like the series is a lot more competitive. The Raptors' pace going down, like transition offense and everything like that. It's an immense difference. You can see it's a huge difference when he's playing and when he's not playing.
When I said that the Raptors have a chance is me thinking that the Raptors can force turnovers.
Yeah,
and get in transition, and then that just hasn't happened. Like the Cavs have controlled the pace.
They've just made Brandon Ingram like hate everything. Like, he's living in a hell right now. He's just can't do anything. 3 for 15 last game. My goodness.
Yeah.
7 points overall. That's just not what you need.
And I think one of the baskets was like at the end of the game when it didn't matter. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You're also only playing Jakob Poeltl. Like, I get he's not playing great, but you're only playing him 9 minutes against a team that has Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Like, you need Jakob to play.
CMB just came in and played a lot better.
CMB is a great dude. That's an amazing rookie to have right now.
But the thing is, like, I think you got to have different game plans. It's like I get it that playing CMB over Jakob Poeltl was the adjusted game plan. But, sometimes maybe you just got to go under the screen on James Harden and not switch and live with the pull-up 3. It's like...
It's a tough thing to live by, but yeah. That, like, other than that, like, what else really can you do?
You can't just put James Harden... You can't just let James Harden get the matchup that he's looking for.
And I was going to say, he's been looking for RJ Barrett both games. He's just, as soon as RJ Barrett's on the floor with James Harden, he's not guarding him. He gets the switch, RJ Barrett, and he's just dancing. He's just dancing on RJ. And RJ had a great game too. 22 points, 10 of 13 shooting. Like, but he's just getting hunted by James, and it seems like they can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, the bucket that James Harden got after Mamu came on went pretty viral on social media.
Well, the one where he pushed off and then like it had a crazy bounce, or am I thinking of a different one?
No. The step back three that he hit, when the commentator was going like, like James Harden playing with his food.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that was because of the commentator. But that's what I'm saying is like, I get it that you have like 4 people on the floor that are 6'7" to 6'9", and then you want to play switchable defense.
Mm-hmm.
But James Harden is James Harden, and then sometimes you just can't let him get whatever he wants off of a ball screen.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not 2018 James Harden. This is 2026 James Harden. So it's like,
it doesn't look like too much of a difference right now. He's still cooking. But Scotty Barnes is still playing great. I love me some Scotty Barnes, man. He's just so versatile and can do everything. He went 3 for 4 from 3 in the first game. Like, what more can you ask for of him? And he was still.
I think if I was the
22,
if I was the Raptors, I'd let James Harden beat me.
100%. Yeah, because James Harden notoriously has playoff stinkers. Like that's his whole thing against him. He has playoff stinkers. He will have a stinker in this playoffs. Like it's bound to happen. So why not force it out of him? That's the only like thing I can think of for the Cavs being or the Raptors being successful in like trying to win a game.
Yeah, I mean,
because you got to win both these games at home to have a chance in this series. I don't think they will though, especially if you're only playing Jakob Poeltl 9 minutes. RJ Barrett's getting hunted, and there's nothing you can do about it. Dude,
again,
Trace Jackson Davis got minutes in the first game.
Who?
Trace Jackson Davis.
I didn't remember. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. He did.
No, I believe you, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Was it?
It was 2 minutes, and he scored. He played 2 minutes and had half of Jakob Poeltl's points.
Interesting. Was it trash time?
Maybe. Grady Dick got 2 minutes.
Well, probably trash time then.
Yeah,
that was probably the 2 minutes of garbage time.
That's in game 1, but yeah.
Jameson Battle, Jonathan Mulder. Yeah, that was
definitely garbage time. I don't know. Not much else to say in this series. Just hopefully Emmanuel quickly can play.
I think game 3 is gonna. I think game 3 is gonna say a lot about the series as well. Same as
of course. Game 3 says a lot about almost every series.
Same as game 2 for the Pistons, I was saying. Because it's like, yeah.
And all right, yeah, but nothing much else to say about this series. Anyways, let's go to an exciting one. A tied up series, 1-1. Knicks choked just had a horrible fourth quarter against the Hawks last night. And I was watching the last possession. CJ misses both free throws, which never happens. And then Josh Hart gets the rebound and gives the ball to fucking Mikal Bridges instead of Jalen Brunson. What do you like? That exact part where Josh Hart did that pissed me off like a lot. I don't care who wins the series. Like I want New York to win this series because I think they have a better chance of beating Boston than the Hawks do, obviously. Mm-hmm. So I want New York to win this series a little bit.
Do the Knicks really have a better chance of beating the Celtics?
The Knicks roster is literally built purely to beat the Celtics, I think.
Yeah, I guess.
Like that's like how like they thought of forming their team with OG and Mikal and all that stuff. It's literally built to beat the Celtics. So I hope they match up in the second round. They should match up in the second round. But dude, New York scored 12 points in the fourth quarter last night to Atlanta's 28.
15.
Oh, 15. That's right. There's a couple free throws at the end.
No, but
still.
I think the problem was the problem that I saw was that Karl-Anthony Towns had a pretty good game, but he didn't touch the ball in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Mike Brown put out a lineup without Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns for the first 4 minutes of the fourth quarter. You can't be doing that. Like, I see, like, the Knicks fans were so excited to get to get Mike Brown because they're like, all right, he's going to experiment with lineups. Like, he's going to actually, like, do different rotations tries. And then in game 2 of the playoffs, you put out a lineup for the first 4 minutes of the fourth quarter that had not played together as a lineup all season. That lineup had 0 minutes logged all season.
What was the lineup?
Oh,
like, was it?
It was like Jose Alvarado, Jordan Clarkson, Josh Hart, OG, and
Mitchell
Robinson, or something like that. But what makes you think that's a good idea? You haven't played that lineup all season. You had 82 games to experiment with that lineup, maybe, but you didn't at all. And you do it in the playoffs in the fourth quarter of a that pissed me off a lot.
I mean, Jose Alvarado and Miles McBride and Landry Shamet, the 3 players combined for 0 points.
Dude, there's this one thing where Jordan Clarkson had 3 chances at a tip in on 1 possession, and he didn't. He just couldn't make it. It just didn't go in. And Mikal Bridges is still not playing great. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just not. It's not a great look. But you see how Knicks fans are making CJ the new villain. They said they're chanting "fuck you, CJ" at the game.
Yeah, I did. But
I love that. I've always been a big CJ McCollum guy.
It doesn't have the same ring.
Of course not. Of course not.
As fuck Trae Young.
Yeah, no, of course not. CJ's a good guy too.
Isn't he like the chairman of like the Players
NBPA,
Association?
Yeah, him and Fred VanVleet are like the heads of it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good outing from the Hawks. Dyson did his job on defense. He was, I guess not, maybe -15 in a game they won. Jalen Johnson a -10 in a game they won. Didn't play great either.
Mm-hmm.
You got beat. Like CJ had 32. That's the whole thing. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker, the Hawks. I'm looking. Oh, this stat line is confusing me actually. Nickeil Alexander-Walker only had 9 points. Had a bad game too. Shout out Jonathan Kuminga, but for putting up a very efficient 19 points with a +10 rating. This is another reason why I say Steve Kerr's a fucking idiot. Like
I watched Kenny's episode yesterday. He talked about Jonathan Kuminga, and then I think the way he said it was really funny. I think he said, when you watch Jonathan Kuminga on the Hawks, you were like, that's not what this guy's supposed to be doing. And then another moment, you realize, oh, this guy can do that.
I didn't know this because he didn't get to play in any of the games. Steve Kerr just, like, how are you like, what was his quote? He was like, you had to earn your minutes and, like, you had to be a grown-up. How the fuck did Jonathan Kuminga, how do you say that and then, like, you're playing pods 30 minutes a game? I don't get how you have that quote and then you're still playing pods. So I don't know.
I think the Warriors just dedicate their entire team building, offense and defense around Steph Curry way too much.
Yeah.
Like way more than they should. Every single thing they do with a team is with playing Steph Curry in mind.
You should be doing that. It's Steph Curry.
That's how yes, but they're like, I'm going to be playing a player that's compatible with Steph Curry, where I'm going to be, which pause is fairly compatible with Steph Curry. It's like, like a decent playmaker, and then like, he can run some plays where Steph Curry's off ball. Jonathan Kuminga doesn't have the playmaking ability that pause have, but he has a lot more offensive explosiveness, but that's not what the Warriors are looking for. It's like,
I know.
That's what I'm saying. It's like when he's on the court and when his playing with Steph Curry is not compatible, and the Warriors fucking hate it.
I don't know, but the guy. But then you're missing Steph Curry for the entire year, and like even when Steph Curry was out, you still didn't play Jonathan Kuminga. Like it made no sense. I've always thought, not always, but for a little bit now, I've always thought that Steve Kerr has just not been the greatest coach. Even on Team USA, bro, like, you sit Tatum. I don't get sitting Tatum and, like, having Tatum have DMPs on Team USA. Obviously, they won. It worked out. Good job. But Tatum, at that point, especially at that point, is the best U.S.-born player in the league.
Yeah.
So how do you give that guy 0 minutes? I can see how you don't start him because, like, you got KD, Braun, Steph, and it worked out. I don't know. I think Steve Kerr's a fucking idiot.
No, because Steph Curry saved his ass.
Steph Curry saved his ass, in the final for sure. And then LeBron saved his ass in a couple more games in pool play.
There was one against South Sudan that came really
Wenyen Gabriel.
Yeah.
Shout out Wenyen Gabriel. And then there's one other guy. I forgot his name.
JT Thor.
No, yeah, JT Thor. I'm talking about the guy, Carlik Jones. Got a triple-double.
Yeah. Carlik Jones, yes.
That guy killed it. Yeah. And then shout out LeBron, game winner. If you,
Didn't they?
you're down one, who do you put the ball?
They had an open layup for game, right?
He just bullied his way into the paint.
Yeah.
And he got a layup. I don't think it was open, but it's open for Braun.
Pretty open. Yeah.
Anyways,
did you see the
dumbass shit by Mike Brown though?
I mean, still, I really enjoyed the whole interaction and what happened after the Warriors got eliminated from the playoffs, from the play-in.
What do you mean?
When Steve Kerr was in the huddle with Draymond and Steph.
Oh, and he's like, "Thank you guys."
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean, you still gotta appreciate.
Sure. No, yeah, they're one of the best dynasties of all time. Like, you gotta appreciate the greatness. But I just think Steve Kerr over the last 4 years has just proven himself as not as good of a coach as you.
Might be the most maybe but I'll put Duncan in them over them for like a long lasting.
Oh well, yeah. The Spurs dynasty lasted from 1999 to 2014 technically, but 16 when he retired, and Kawhi
when they actually should have won.
2015.
When they was it 2015?
2017 was the year Zaza did his thing on Kawhi when the Spurs were really good, and they had LaMarcus Aldridge on that team too, who was still playing great. 2017, they could have beat the Warriors. 2015, they should have beat the Warriors. Yeah, but you're thinking 2015 when they started.
2015, yeah, it's when they won 65, and the Warriors won 73.
Yeah, that was 17. That was 15.
That was
16. 16. 15, what am I thinking? That's 2016. Yeah. Yeah, they had Tim Duncan, LaMarcus Aldridge, Kawhi Leonard. Manu was still on the team, I think.
Yeah.
No, that team was insane, but didn't work. Oh, well. But, yeah, anyways. Knicks lost a game where the Hawks, technically their best players, didn't even have good games. Shout out CJ and shout out Jonathan Kuminga.
It makes me question Jalen Johnson's ability.
A little bit.
Yeah, like he's not been great from the eye test in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of his points coming from fast breaks or like going downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't been able to create much on in the half court, and then like his 3-point shooting is still very questionable and hard to. It's hard to see him being the number one option on an actual an actual playoff team,
like a contender playoff team.
Not even like a real playoff team. Like what do you say?
What do you mean real playoff team?
Like a
like one that you're scared of?
Like one that you don't look past.
Okay, I can see what you're saying. I can see what you're trying to say.
It's like for example, like the Timberwolves. Like I don't real contenders, but they're a real playoff team.
I like that. I like that take. Okay, yeah. He had a good game one though. 23 points on 8 of 19. Not bad.
Yeah, still, that's what I'm saying. Like his offense is very exploitable, and like this very, and then
make him shoot.
Yeah, and
just make him shoot. Go under screens.
Throw different matchups at him, and throw different coverages.
Mm-hmm.
He's just not a guy that has the
yet. I think he'll develop into one though.
I think so.
He's so young, and the jump he had this year was insane. So I have faith that I don't think there's anything to worry about for Jalen Johnson. But
jump shot is also a little too slow for me.
I agree. I think so. Yeah, I agree with that. It's a very slow jump shot. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, Onyeka Okongwu, a real 3-point shooter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's very real.
This guy's got a strap. 4 of 6 from 3 in the game one.
2 for 3 in game 2.
2 for 3 in game 2. Yeah, it's efficient, man.
Shooting is
almost as efficient a 3-point shooter as Rui Hachimura in the playoffs.
No, like it's real shooter. Like he's
saying Rui's not a real shooter?
No, I'm saying
it's just funny to see it out of a center and like the development he had with his jump shot over the past 2 years. Yeah.
No, it just gives the Hawks a lot more options, especially when it comes to like team building in the offseason. It's like when he was backing up Kristaps, it's like he would come in and then if he gives you a 3, it's like is crushing expectations.
Onyeka Okongwu wasn't even shooting threes in high school. My high school beat Chino Hills in the CIF championship my sophomore year, whatever year it was. But when Onyeka was like the head of the snake there, and he wasn't shooting threes even in high school.
That's after Lonzo and them left.
Yeah, that's way past.
Was LaMelo still on the team?
No, it's just Onyeka.
What year was this?
2018. Yeah, 2018.
Where was LaMelo in 2018?
Lithuania, I think.
Oh,
with Jello.
Like before Australia?
Think so. I could be wrong, but I know that it was just LaMelo and Chino, or it was just Onyeka. But anyways, he wasn't. Like I said, he wasn't even shooting threes then. Anyways, let's get to the next series, the one that we care about the most. Lakers putting belt to ass on the Rockets. Very satisfyingly. Shout out Luke Kennard, dude. That guy just 5 for 5 from 3 is crazy. 9 for 13 overall. The dude just doesn't take shot. He just does not take bad shots. He needs to shoot more though. Like, you can't be going 5 of 5 from 3. I need to see you go 5 of 7 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Instead of 5 of 5, please shoot 5 of 7 next time.
But JJ said it himself. We'd rather him shoot 7 or 8 threes at 38% than only 4 or 5 threes at 45%.
What?
We want him to take more. Yeah.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
No, but like encouraging him to shoot more. Not like actually wanting him to shoot 38%.
As a what's the thing? As like a form of expression? Like it's just
something like that. Anyways, his take was right. I agreed with it. I think the same thing. Luke Kennard needs to shoot more. That guy's a fucking strap on him.
I was very disappointed in Ime Udoka in the first game.
I agree with that. He's
just
it seemed like there was no halftime adjustments.
I've always had so much faith in Ime, especially
after last year,
especially from Boston, and
took them to the finals. Wasn't coaching Boston again because of a scandal
in 22. Like, I thought he was a freaking genius.
Yeah.
Again, going back to the series when they played Brooklyn, when they swept them, it's like I thought Ime's game plan for every single game was like just
perfect.
Freaking genius. That game.
It was. Everyone thought Ime was a great coach.
Coming to the Rockets, I mean,
he was great last year.
Like, if I look at the team construction, I don't like it. We have an undersized center, and we have a point guard that can shoot.
Yes, but you're also missing your center and point guard, like your real one.
No, but Steven Adams not starting. We
still give meaningful minutes.
We still have an undersized center.
Yeah.
But the point is, the only reason I would have ever had faith in this team in the last 2 years was because of Ime Udoka. To be fair, to be very honest, but game 1 just made me lose hope for this team, at least this year at all. Like,
I mean,
we're not winning a game.
Both of us know that neither of us are doing shit to OKC next round. Like, no matter what,
Lakers can. We don't have a chance.
I guess we do have more of a chance to do it than you guys. If we're healthy,
if you want to beat OKC, you got to have shot makers. You got to have offense.
Yeah,
we don't have that.
You guys don't have
the offense. We're gonna average 85 points a game when we play against OKC.
Yeah,
if we have this sort of offensive output against you guys, against freaking Luke Kennard and Jake LaRavia. And
why'd you say Jake LaRavia?
Huh?
Why'd you say Jake LaRavia? It's like he doesn't do much. I mean, he's great. Jake LaRavia's great on defense.
I'm just trying to.
I know what you mean.
Because if I said, I don't know, these are the worst defenders on your team.
Jake LaRavia is not one of the worst defenders on our team.
Who is the worst defender?
Probably Luke Kennard and LeBron.
LeBron, I mean, yeah, but
dude, you know who's been a bad defender, like, or disappointing defender when I see him like get on ball is Jared Vanderbilt.
Oh, really?
That's his whole thing, like his defense, right? But just there's so many plays where like he gets broken down by Tari Eason, and I'm just like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, I know you can lock that guy up, but I don't know. It's just errant plays. Like, I guess like it's something like he's scrambling to like get to the ball because it's like transition and it's like miscommunication too. Like, that certainly plays a part of it, but it's just been underwhelming. Like, his whole thing is defense. He did
did you know that Tari Eason was 7 for 7 in game 1?
Yeah, Tari Eason.
I didn't know.
Did not miss a shot.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? Yeah, he had a great game. Still -6.
But we're not gonna win if Reece Shepard takes 20 shots, dude.
5 of 14 from 3. I saw that. That's what I want Luke Kennard to shoot. Not the 5 part, but the 14 part. Anyways, let me say this. DeAndre Ayton
We should start. I don't know why.
Fantastic against Sengun. He totally played against Sengun to perfection. Like
Offense
good shit, DeAndre. But this guy LeBron is just he's still the best player on the court. Like he's not scoring all the points, but everything he does do is efficient. And he's just if you're watching the game, you can just he's controlling the pace and tempo of everything, even on the defensive side of the ball. Like when we're in zone, he's just controlling everything.
Yeah, I mean, when Sengun had a one-on-one matchup against DeAndre Ayton, I was screaming at him. I was like, "LP, he can't guard you." But Sengun's offensive shot selection was so poor that game. Like he was going to the same move every single time, like a right fake and then a left baby hook.
Yeah,
that he did that at least.
He loves that left baby hook.
But he was fucking missed. He was
missing it. Yeah.
It was it was
6 of 19 from 3 as a big man is not, or 6 of 19 from the floor as a big man is not great.
It was back rim, break after break.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was so frustrating. Yeah, we still lived on offensive rebound though.
Dude, oh my god, because I was at work when the game was going on, so I could really only watch not too much of it. Like I just kept checking in on it every once in a while, and every time I looked at the screen, I swear you guys had 3 shots every possession, at least.
We had 21 offensive rebounds.
Dude, it was ridiculous. We just can't keep you guys off the boards.
We took 93 shots. You guys took 66.
Jeez.
We have 27 more shots than you.
And still only not even breaking 100 points.
Because you guys shot 61 points from the field.
Yeah, we took efficient shots.
61%.
Mm-hmm.
The Rockets win 35 of 93.
Marcus Smart win his typical 1 of 5 from 3.
The Lakers win 40 of 66.
And man, just the efficiency. That's all you can say about it. Jackson Hayes got less burn than I thought, just because DeAndre Ayton played so good.
If we're gonna have on average 20 more field goal attempts in a game, it's hard to see you guys winning the series, huh?
Oh, 100%. If you guys are consistently taking that many more field goals, the shots will fall.
I mean, your shots are gonna stop falling.
Our shots will be less consistent, and your shots will start falling more. It's bound to happen.
At certain points in the game, the Lakers just couldn't miss a shot.
Yeah, there was stretches, and then when I watched the game, we could not make a shot. It felt like especially that 10-2 run to end the first half that you guys went on too.
Yeah, Marcus Smart went 1 for 5, but the only 3 that he made was the biggest shot in the game.
Yeah, that step back 3, that was tough. I can't lie.
No,
dude,
it was.
Do you see who got the most minutes? Who played the most in this game, or out for the Lakers at least? It's Rui. This guy is just
as expected.
He's a machine though. There's no wasted movement whenever he has the ball. It's just either the pump, take the shot, or pump fake, 1 dribble mid range.
Yeah. The pump fake 1 dribble into the mid range. I've always thought every time I see him take it, I think it's a bad shot because his 3 is still fairly open.
Mm-hmm.
He just pump fakes into the mid range for no reason, but he hits it every single time, and I can't.
He led the league in mid range efficiency all year. And like I told you earlier that I saw
every time
someone post, he has the highest 3-point percentage in the history of the playoffs.
Every time I see him take that, I just want him to take the 3 instead, but he hits the mid-range.
Right? I want him to take the 3 too. He has the highest playoff 3-point percentage of all time with at least 100 attempts. All time. That's insane. It's Rui Hachimura, and you're only taking 4 of them? Dude, come on, shoot more.
Dude, we played Jayshawn Tate 9 minutes in the game.
I know, I saw that. And then he got a tech.
That was the most painful 9 minutes I had in that game. I've all love for Jayshawn Tate. I have a Jayshawn Tate card at home.
Yeah, I know.
So, and it's this guy's been on the team for 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you just can't do that. It's
he grabbed Marcus Smart, threw him to the floor, and then complained about getting the foul.
Why are we not playing Dorian Finney-Smith?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I totally forgot about DFS. I 100% forgot about him. Yeah, why are you playing
Jayshawn Tate
over Dorian Finney-Smith?
Yes, that's the thing.
That makes no sense. I guess Dorian Finney-Smith that he's been bad since he came back.
Dorian Finney-Smith was getting DMPs towards the end of the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the playoffs, and if you have to play a guy, I would
100% play DFS over Jayshawn Tate.
Much rather see,
especially against like it's a former team thing too. You're playing against the team that just talks shit about him and trying to get him not to get paid with that whole scandal and everything.
If Jayshawn Tate is gonna hit his threes, then sure.
But that's the same thing with DFS.
He's not. So it's like
DFS has more likely to hit his threes too.
DFS is a better option if neither of them is hitting a three.
100%.
You know.
And the one who's more likely to actually hit their threes in a game is Dorian Finney-Smith.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. Just not the greatest outing from Ime. You guys need to win this game tonight, I think.
Yeah, like it's like Jayshawn Tate is like the team chemistry option. It's like
yes.
It's like when the Spurs decide to play Keldon Johnson.
But Keldon Johnson's good.
Yes. Again, I realize that it's not a good comparison, but it feels like that.
He's like their locker room leader, stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's Jayshawn Tate.
Yeah, he's not great. Anyways, we just got to see what happens with KD. He's still a game time decision tonight.
If KD plays, honestly, we live with playing a 7.5 man lineup. Like, Clint Capella can give me 6 to 8 minutes. That's all I need from him. And then, apart from Clint Capella, we play a 7-man lineup. Like, we do not need to have any Aaron Holiday minutes. Like,
no, you don't.
Like, it's really not necessary.
Damn, 0 for Aaron Holiday. Tough.
I still believe in Aaron Holiday's shooting ability. I think Aaron Holiday can come.
No, yeah. I mean, so do the Lakers. Like, you see every time Aaron Holiday's out with the ball, even like when he's like 4 feet past the arc, like they're pressed up on him.
Yeah, but he's a I'd say average defender.
Yeah.
I'd say average at best defender. And then he is he's not a plus playmaker for a point guard. So it's like,
I just realized Marcus Smart was the only one who was negative on the plus minus in the game for us.
Yeah, Aaron Holiday just had zeros across the board and had 1 turnover and 2 fouls.
Not a great, not good impact. I just want to see Bronny hit a 3. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see Bronny score today. That'd be pretty cool. Especially if the pass is from LeBron. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just a very depressing game. And then like I had,
for you, yes.
Are we gonna get into how the Lakers fans around me were pretty stupid?
Nah, we can just. Everyone knows that Laker fans are pretty retarded, so it's just we are like you, dude. It just pisses me off because we're the only fucking like with the fans don't put on the shirts for the playoffs. They see the shirts and they're like, "Nah, my fit too hard," and then they don't put on the shirt. Yeah. And the Spurs did the thing where they put them on the jumbotron and people will boo them until they put on the shirts. Crypto won't do that. They're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Because they know people. There's way too many people to do it for them to do it.
Let me tell the number 16 story.
Go for it.
So basically, I was at game 1, and then there was an old Laker fan, old gentleman next to me, and then we were looking up at the rafters, but we were looking at the wrong side. So we were looking at the side where the LA Kings jerseys were hung up, and then so the LA Kings just coincidentally also has number 16 retired, as the Lakers do. So I looked up. I was like, oh, that's the Kings. I was like, that's not 16, because I forgot what the name was because I don't watch hockey, but number 16.
I don't either.
Like the jersey had a name on it, right? So I looked up. I was like, oh, that's not the Lakers, because I thought I was tripping. I was like 16, like that's the name doesn't match. And then the guy was like, yeah, that's not the Lakers. We don't have 16 retired. I was like,
huh? Literally our most recent jersey retirement.
And the guy was wearing like a Kobe jacket, and then I was like,
are you okay, dude? Like,
I was like,
you're like,
and then the guy was like, oh, who was the guy again? I was like, Pau Gasol. He was like, oh, Gasol, yes. I was like, yeah.
That's the thing, because it's Laker games, especially playoffs, they're too expensive to get into for like the actual fans. So the people who like with the money who want to go, like they don't actually give a shit.
Yeah, it was the same thing.
They are people at Laker games are there to be like, they think it's a fashion show. Like they're there to be looked at.
Yeah, it was the same thing for the Celtics when I was in Boston.
I feel like, but Celtics fans will put on the shirts.
They're a little more passionate.
Definitely.
But they're still non-ball knowers. They're a little more passionate, as in like they're more invested in the game. But
even MSG puts on the shirts, man. That's New York. That's the most stuck-up fucking place in the country you can think of. New York City. And then, but I guess not, because it's LA. Just the fans piss me off, man. They just need to wear the shirts. That's all I ask for. I want LA to be a playoff environment that people fear, and that's just absolutely not the case, especially in the past.
Yeah, the guy
Ever since the Kobe left, like when Kobe was in town, we were in the playoffs. Like that was a scary place to play. 100%.
Yeah, the Lakers fans around me were telling me to put on the shirt because we were down, and then they kept telling me to like, dude, you got to cover up that Rockets shirt. Like, sure, like, but none of them were wearing the shirts.
Yeah, I know.
They were wearing their own Lakers fits. Like there were still Lakers fits. I was wearing like a pretty cool, like honestly pretty cool Kobe jacket.
Yeah,
it was like
like I said, they're there to be looked at, bro.
It was like a vintage Kobe jacket.
They're there to be looked at.
But he didn't know who Pau Gasol was.
That's crazy.
He looked up. He's like, oh, Gasol. He didn't even know his first name.
Mark, right? He was number 14 for us. I thought.
Paulo Gasol.
Paulo Gasol. All right. The other series we don't care about. The only series we do care about left is this Nuggets Timberwolves series.
Let me say a bit more about the Rockets Lakers. It's just that I
get it off your chest. Get it off your chest.
I hope that this next game, the game 2 tonight, is gonna be a better coached game. Like I don't like I said, I was telling my friend I was like, I don't care if we win this series. I'm okay if we lose. I'm okay if we lose any given game because I know that this team is not good enough to compete with OKC. So winning one first round series versus 0, like I'm honestly fine with whatever. But like, I just want to see this team play good basketball because I'm going to the game. I'm paying the tickets. I want to see my team play good basketball. If we lose, so be it. But we're, like I said, we took 27 more shots, and a lot of the shots are just crappy shots, and then like we are not getting offense. It's like the team is getting put in a fucking cell, and then like we're forced into shooting the shots that the Lakers want us to shoot. It's like Şengün shooting over the top of a 2-inch taller DeAndre Ayton or whatever, Amen Thompson. Shooting a contested layup against like Rui Hachimura. Like that's the shots. If that's the shots, then like, yeah. And also defense. Like we're playing terrible defense. Like when LeBron just literally like backed up into the paint and just like that.
He's just too big.
You don't see people getting that kind of shot in the playoffs. Like you gotta send help if LeBron's up against a guy that's like 40 pounds.
It's LeBron James. Like you send help. Seriously.
No, but like you don't give up that kind of a shot. It's like just literally backing down and then backing down deep enough in order to get a layup.
That one dagger that he had, like that like super stupid left hand like double clutch like shot that he had. Once he hit that, I was just like
the mid range.
No, dude, he was like in the post, and then I think it was against Jabari Smith Jr. I could be wrong, but like he just turned around and like he was about to like land. Like
the fadeaway?
Yeah, the fader, and then he just like put it up with his left. Was it a man?
Yeah.
It was like put it up with his left hand, and they walked down the.
Oh, the left hand. Oh,
I said left.
I was talking about the fadeaway.
No.
Shot from the left elbow.
No, the left, and then he went like this down the court. As soon as that happened, I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like he's already made like 3. I don't think they're in a row of possessions, but like he's already made 3 shots that close to the rim.
Luke Kennard didn't even have a contested shot. Like all his shots were just open.
Well, that is what Luke Kennard does. He'll pass up looks.
You can't go under the screen on Luke Kennard.
That's retarded. That's stupid.
We did that all game.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Not all game. Maybe like a lot of
the plays that he took advantage of. That's he took advantage of it because you guys went under.
Just got to run him off the 3-point line. If he hits the mid range, so be it.
Well, he's one of the most effective mid-range. Like I'm pretty sure since he came to the Lakers, he's shooting like 75% from mid-range.
I get it, but what the hell are you gonna do? Like, unless but I'm not like the Rockets probably not gonna do that as a game plan. Like you got to help off of Jake LaRavia or Jared Vanderbilt and just let them beat us.
Yes,
I don't.
You let Jake LaRavia and Jared Vanderbilt beat you 100%.
Yeah, but like I don't think the Rockets gonna do that. They're either gonna go above the screen or go below the screen. Like that's if those are the two choices, go above the fucking screen. Don't. Yeah, like let them generate the offense or let the Lakers generate the offense instead of letting them get what they want. Let them make something happen is what I mean. Like if you're on the fast break, you got to pick up the ball if you're playing 1-on-2.
Why don't you just text that?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Oh, let's talk about the Timberwolves Nuggets. I had something that I want to talk about.
Okay.
I thought about this just
got your rocket shit off your chest. You're good?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to talk to you more about it later, but like, did you see the the freaking Bones Highland 3-on-1 layup when Tim Hardaway Jr. drew the charge.
Yes.
That's. Who were you saying earlier? That was like the guy. Oh, Ron Holland is who you were saying. That just puts his head down on fast break. That shit was freaking. Like, when I saw that, I was like, the series is over.
This is over. Yeah, this is wraps.
But then the Timberwolves came back and won.
Dude, that, like I said this to you already, this is like one of the most insane games of like just straight runs I've ever seen. Because what
I did not.
Denver or Minnesota was up 11 to like 7 or something, and then Denver goes on a 17-0 run by themselves, and then immediately Minnesota falls with a 21-4 run themselves and like tie it up, and then that just continued the whole game. Not to that, like those two runs were like the biggest ones of the game, obviously, in swing, but it kept going. Denver up 8, Minnesota up 10, Denver up 5, Minnesota up 2. Like
game 1 was like that. Game 2 was a little more.
It was more drastic version of it.
No, I mean game 2 after the Wolves came back, they never really gave up a big lead again. Denver was like up 3 at most.
Once it was the fourth quarter, yeah, in the fourth quarter. I'm saying like
game one was like back and forth.
Yeah, just outstanding shit.
No,
the Nuggets. When what Jaden McDaniel said after the game.
Yeah,
but we go at Jamal, we go at Jokic.
Rage bait,
of course. We go at Aaron Gordon. We just go at their bad.
Aaron Gordon's crazy.
They're all bad defenders.
Aaron Gordon's crazy.
Aaron Gordon's a good defender.
Putting Aaron Gordon in that conversation is crazy.
Oh my god, I didn't realize Ant shot 25 shots. Wow. Hey, but that's what you do.
Dante DiVincenzo was like a plus 20 in the game.
Literally plus 20. I was about to say Dante DiVincenzo was the MVP of that game. I
saw that.
It's just everything he did just worked.
It was like that for the eye test as well. It was not a.
You could see it. Like you could see it.
I could see it.
100%. 100%. Shout out Dante, dude. That guy.
When he subbed in for Bones in the. Did he sub in for Bones? In the second quarter. Oh, maybe he subbed in for Ayo. Ayo didn't have a great game.
He played all right. 4 of 8.
No, but eye test wise,
he
got subbed out in the fourth quarter and never came back. It was Dante who closed the game.
I mean, when Dante's playing like that, absolutely.
And when Dante subbed in for him in the second quarter is when they went on that big run to close the lead. But it's like the eye test really favored Dante in this game.
100%.
And I think that no, like when Bones Highland did that thing on the 3-on-1 fast break, is when I texted you. I saw that. I was like, over. Like,
what are we doing?
This game's over.
What are we doing?
And then he had the audacity to throw up the finger after he did that. But like it was really funny because it was like a really unconfident finger. Like he was like he did that and then the refs called a charge and then he looked at the bench.
He's like maybe should we?
No, he was like he was like one hand it was like this. I remember that so clearly. And then Finch just like.
It's like, no. No.
He was on the fast break with freaking Julius Randle and Naz Reid. It's not like he was on the fast break with Mike Conley.
No.
He was on the fast break with freaking Julius Randle against Tim Hardaway Jr. I decided to take that dumb shit.
That was stupid stuff, man.
That was funny. But again, Bones Highland still had a good game overall. If you just didn't look at that, he did what he was supposed to do.
Yes. Besides that play, he played pretty decent.
Except that play, not besides that play.
Yeah. Did like when Denver went on that run to start the game, that was just funny. And then also you see Jamal Murray hit that half-court shot at halftime. I'm just like, I know like that was actually to tie it too. Like Minnesota had already come back, but like seeing that half-court shot, I was like, okay, there's no way Minnesota wins this game. Like then, if that shot's going in for Jamal, like, and I'm pretty sure at that point he was like 5 of 6 from 3 or something like that.
Jamal didn't get the ball in the fourth quarter.
No,
it was so weird. Like they were denying ball and they were denying ball.
Dude, Rudy played he's been playing so good against Jokic so far, so good.
And then Jokic has the ball on the top of the key, and then they try to run some action down low. It just doesn't work, and then like Rudy is long enough to actually bother Jokic when he has the ball. Like so, he's not comfortably being able to like get a pass into the post to Aaron Gordon or get a pass to the corner because Rudy was like this, and then it was just running down the clock every single possession, and they only had like 10 seconds to run an actual play every single possession, and it was like a Christian Brown handoff or whatever.
Yeah,
it just don't work, and then it kind of threw. I think it just threw Jokic off his rhythm. I think Jokic plays a lot better when he's in rhythm.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, like he has his own pace.
And that's insane to say that Rudy's going to be one of the most underrated defenders of all time. Even though the most underrated defender of all time with 4 DPOIs, but it's you never see Jokic get rattled like this.
Yeah, what? Most underrated
well, because you know how often people say like he doesn't deserve those DPOIs and stuff like that, especially like Shaq, you know. But people, many people hate Rudy Gobert.
He got played off the court by James Harden.
Correct. There's like it's happened, but like I'm saying, just he's gonna be underappreciated by the end of his career, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, like when we look back at it now, it's like it's not really his fault. Like, because of how the offense was working in the late 2010s and early 2020s, because of James Harden and Steph Curry and these players, it's just like Kobe weren't taking those shots, because if Kobe was, he would probably play Dikembe Mutombo off the floor.
Yeah.
It's like it would be the same thing. But like it's just the fact that Kobe weren't taking those shots. And,
I don't know. They need. I think they need Peyton Watson back. I think Peyton Watson, and then they don't have to play Bruce Brown anymore. That would be good for this team.
I mean, I can't believe Jay McDermott was talking that crazy, because
I can.
At a certain point in the game, I was rooting for the Nuggets. Okay.
Okay.
And,
I'm rooting for the Timberwolves.
I was just hoping that they would just let Jaden McDaniels take the 3, because I knew he was not making it. When he had one corner 3 like late in the fourth quarter, and then like he like bricked it really hard, and then he was just like, and then I was like, dude, every single person that was watching you take that shot knew that it wasn't going in. Because he airballed one like early for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we could tell his confidence hasn't been there. But yeah, after like shooting that bad and then saying it's pretty funny. But hey, we'll see if the Ray J works. I have a feeling it might.
But hey, yeah.
Anyways, but like I said, like you said in the beginning of the episode, my predictions being good, I said Minnesota would take one away from Denver.
It was an absolute steal. You said they would steal the game, and this was an absolute
100%. My prediction was
this was an
absolutely on the money, as usual.
This was an absolute theft. It was like Denver had this game in the bag.
No way they should have won this game.
Yeah,
no way. Same with the Hawks going into the fourth quarter though too. You know.
Again, I disagree with the coaching in this game too. In a way that I think David Adelman should have played Jonas Valanciunas to start the fourth quarter, but then he decided to go with a small lineup. He played Aaron Gordon,
Jones, right?
Spencer Jones and Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
And Cam Johnson. Who else? Was it Christian Brown or Tim Hardaway? One or the other.
I think Christian Brown. Oh yeah, Christian Brown.
And Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown.
Yeah, I think no, it was Bruce Brown and Jamal Murray. That was the lineup.
Valanciunas got 3 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, they were out rebounded. Like Rudy was on that offensive glass in the fourth quarter.
He didn't have that many rebounds though. Rudy only finished with 7 rebounds.
Yeah, but a lot of them were like tips or like and there were at least
keeping the ball alive.
At least 2 that were like keeping the ball alive, and the ball went out of bounds off of Denver,
and
then they got another percent. There were at least 2 that was like that.
Yeah,
and then when Rudy is fighting the offensive rebound, it also prevents Denver from getting on the break, because there were a couple times that Christian Brown was already down the floor, and if Jokic grabbed the ball, he would have chucked it, but because Rudy tipped it once, it delayed it by like 2 seconds, and then when Jokic had the ball, the fast break was gone.
That's that non-stat sheet stuff.
Yeah, it was 1 or 2 possessions that were like that. It was 1 or 2 that were the ball out of bounds off of Denver. But overall, I think Rudy's impact on this game. Rudy should have been MVP of this game.
Also, Rudy was MVP of last game too.
2 points, but 2 points.
2 points.
2 points?
Yeah, 2 points.
And I remember that 2 points. 2 points was the one when he got it off the offensive rebound and just dunked it.
Correct.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Because it was like, there was one basket like that in the game one. In game 1 too. And then
I remember Jokic complained about that one in
game 1. Jokic complained that one again in game 2 as well.
Yeah.
Because you know because Rudy is a very stiff dude. I don't know what to say. It's like he just like jumps up, and when like his very elbows are like stuck out, and then it kind of looked like he was like elbowing him, but like he wasn't.
How he goes up.
Yeah, exactly.
Another big difference about this game, between game 1 and this game, is Naz Reid was not complaining to the refs the entire time, because in game 1 Naz Reid is like missing a shot, and then he, instead of getting back on defense, he pulls a Luka and complains to the ref.
No, Kyle Anderson should not get any minutes next game. This dude is not an NBA player anymore.
Bro,
Like,
he's +3 on the plus minus.
well, I don't care. He took one shot, right? He's 0 for 1. Do you remember the one shot that he took?
I don't actually.
He airballed a floater.
Hey man,
Does that ring a bell?
No.
I'm gonna show you later. It's outrageous.
I was in and out of the game.
It wasn't an off a dribble. It was like a cut from like middle of the lane, and then it was a penetration from baseline by Dante, if I remember correctly. And it was like a pocket pass, and then he was like right outside of the what's it called, like the contact area, like the
shooter circle.
Yeah, the line where you take the charge.
Yeah, what's that called? Shooter circle?
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
No, but like he was
dunker circle. I don't know.
He was like right there, right, and then he shot his slow ass floater. He was like, and then airballed it. I was like, dude,
restricted area.
Restricted area, yes. He airballed it, bro.
Yeah. That's hey man, it happens. Not really. But hey, +3 on the stat sheet. Minnesota comes out with the win, like I said they would.
No, and Nuggets not playing Jonas Valanciunas was beyond.
Just bad. Another example.
Beyond me.
Some questionable coaching decisions. Three favorites with questionable coaching decisions to sell the game happened.
That's what I'm
in the past couple days.
The other thing was that those were the non-Ant minutes for Minnesota, and during those minutes they were playing Naz Reid and Rudy Gobert.
Ant was a net 0, like not negative or positive the entire game.
Interesting. No, but like those minutes, Denver. You can't let Minnesota win the non-Ant minutes. And the way they won them was not even because like Bones Highland was hitting like pull-up threes or anything. It was just like Rudy and Naz Reid were living on the offensive glass. They didn't get every single one of them, but every single one of them was...
They were affecting it, yeah.
Every single one of... They didn't have a clean defensive rebound for like 2 minutes straight. Maybe 3 minutes straight.
That's probably like what the Lakers look like against you guys. But... probably like 10 minutes, a whole quarter.
But you had solutions. You could just play Jonas Valanciunas and then...
Yeah.
Because Aaron Gordon... Because when they played the smaller lineup, it was like Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon, and Spencer Jones, right? These guys were switching. And then it was like Spencer Jones on Naz Reid, and the guy just cannot physically box him out.
Bad coaching decisions, man. 3 coaches just doing some questionable stuff.
And the only reason that I see you not playing Valanciunas is if Ant was going at him off of screens or anything. Like, but Ant was not on the court. Yeah. Like, yeah, so it was like that was what I was really just didn't like about the game. And I think how Denver, because I think the commentator also was saying it is like
I love that when the commentator is calling out like what the coach is doing wrong. Yeah, and it like proves to be like the reason they lose the game too.
They didn't say that the coaches were doing something wrong. They were like, this game is going to come down to the first 4 minutes.
Of course, they're not going to say that. They can't. I don't think they can say that. But yeah, I know what you mean.
They said this game was going to come down to the first 4 minutes of the fourth quarter for the both non-Jokic and non-Ant minutes.
Yeah, that's the thing with game 1 too. Minnesota lost the non-Jokic minutes in game 1. Like Jokic went out when they were down 10, and then he came back in and they were down 2. That's the difference right there.
It's so interesting, right? Like, that's kind of what sways the game in a series that's going to be this close.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said it was going to be an exciting series, and I said that they would steal one in Denver. So hopefully it turns out an exciting series like I think it will be.
I mean, Bones Highland still hasn't won them a game yet. Like,
or lost them a game.
I don't think he's going to lose them a game. If he plays bad, he's just going to sit. He's not going to play. So it's like he had 13 in 10 minutes. So
yeah. Pretty effective.
I think he's gonna be getting more minutes.
He will. He'll have more minutes next game. They'll be in Minnesota too.
I think he's gonna take some of Io's minutes.
He's gonna hit his Skelly, and then people are gonna love it.
I think Io is gonna play a little less. He already played less game too.
Yeah,
I think
he'll play less, but Io's still a good player. Like he'll just go from 22 minutes to like 19 minutes, and then Bones will have 13 minutes, something like that, maybe 15.
Yeah, I think Io also plays a lot better around the second unit.
Yeah.
Than he did with the first unit. So.
Yeah, I like Io, like second unit minutes. Like
I mean, if he's playing alongside Bones and maybe also Julius Randle, that sounds like a pretty.
I like that. I like the look of that on paper.
That's a good looking lineup. Unless Kyle Anderson's in the lineup.
We'll see what Finchie does, man. We'll see what Finchie does.
I do have faith in Finchie.
I do too. I think he's a good coach.
Would you still say the Nuggets win this series?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Like it's Jokic shot 8 of 20. Like it was technically not a bad Jokic. Like
he didn't shoot 8 of 20 by accident.
Yeah, but I don't think it'll do it again.
Yeah, a lot of the shots he should have made, but a lot of the shots, like I said,
we were talking about earlier, is like missing layups.
A lot of the shots were off rhythm shots. Like he should have made that, but it was off. He missed it because it wasn't in his rhythm, because the option that he was looking for wasn't available. That's why he took the shot. Like if Jokic wants to shoot a 3, he can get a 3 every single possession.
Yeah, it was 1 of 7 though.
The shot is not getting blocked. If he's like this possession,
even if Wemby's guarding him, the shot's not getting blocked.
Yeah, I mean if he just says this possession, I'm gonna shoot a 3.
The 3 will go up.
He will have a open 3.
Yes.
So it's like not gonna be wide open, but it can be.
But the not open for him, especially on that kind of shot, he knows it's not getting blocked, so it's not really gonna affect the shot.
But the shot that he was taking was because, like, okay, the handoff got denied, and then he looked for Christian Brown on the cut, it wasn't there, and then Aaron Gordon is trying to post up Julius Randle and cannot get position. Okay, fine, I have to shoot it. That's like, because it's like when he's doing a triple threat on the 3-point line and Rudy's on him, he doesn't look as comfortable as he does in the regular season when he's like trying to facilitate the ball, because Rudy is like just like a Spider-Man on him, and then he's like when he's like trying to do an entry pass, he really has to like do this instead of just like Rudy was like denying the ball.
Yeah. Rudy's been playing great on him, man. So shout out Rudy. Like the reason they're in these games is because Rudy's playing so well.
All right, we'll go.
Really quick, shout out Wemby for first ever unanimous DPOY. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. He's I think I saw that he's the first player to be unanimous for multiple awards. He was unanimous for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. And then he will get a unanimous MVP. It will happen eventually. I
think the league is a bit too talented right now for that.
Right now, but yeah, no, we'll see. I think he will.
If Luka's gonna average 35, then it's hard for him not to get a vote.
Yeah, I think in my prediction is 2035 unanimous MVP for Wemby.
He'll be 30.
He'll be 30. It's in
95.
Yeah, 30 is not old.
He'll be 31.
Yeah, good for him.
Anyways,
thank you.
I just saw something really funny. I just wanted to share with you. I'm on like the NBA standings, like the NBA recap page, and then it shows all the highlights from the games alongside the score, and for every single game, the highlights are like 15 to 16 minutes. For example, for the Magic Pistons game, the highlights is 16 minutes.
Is the Thunder Suns one like 4
minutes 25 seconds?
Right too. Oh my god, that makes sense, bro.
For
scored 84 points.
For Lakers Rockets, it was 17 minutes 19 seconds, and then every single other game was at least 15 minutes long. And then the highlights for OKC against Phoenix is 4 minutes and 25 seconds.
Oh my god, that's so sad. Yeah, dude, Phoenix.
It's like we don't.
There's a reason we're not talking about it today.
It's like there is
Phoenix has no chance, Philly has no chance, and Portland has no chance. Those are the 3 series. Like, just get them over with. But yeah, we do got to wrap this episode up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for tuning in.
Do the Raptors have a chance?
Yeah.
Or do they also fall in the category?
Like I said, they don't have a chance.
More than Phoenix do, yeah.
Yes, and also they need Emmanuel quickly back. Anyways, before you interrupted me, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Next Possession Podcast. This has been your boy Jake with Jake's boy Sean. We'll see you next time.
Peace.